Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. A couple of things before we get started, and one of them is the biggest elephant in the room. I did not make it to Master Ball in Season 27. My 23 seasonal rank has finally fallen. 23 seasons of any Master Ball, it's now over. I no longer can claim that I have hit it every single season. I have done my best, and I just couldn't do it. Could not. Although there has been many things in my way, either technical difficulties or just, work-related stuff. There should be a way and a time that I can get everything that I want to do done. And at the end of the day, it's more of a fault of mine than anything else. I should be able to come to you guys and go, hey, this week's not going to be great. I won't post anything. Please support the previous videos and let me know what you guys think in the description or Discord server just to kind of chat with me. I should be able to do that. And someday I might do that, but that's not today. It's not going to be today. And I'll use that sparingly just because of the fact that I shouldn't have to ever use it. Unless it's special occasions, like if I got somehow invited to Worlds in Anaheim and I'm not going to be around my computer for a week, that would be fantastic, but I do not have enough clout to do that. But if Nintendo, if you're watching, hey, I'm your man. Send me to California for a week. That would be dope. I've never been, so it would be a really cool thing to do. So from here on out, at least from here, a couple of things that I wanted to do for the channel to going forward, because the whole thing of working 10s have really thrown a wrench in my plans. But not only am I getting used to it, I'm actually being kind of incentivized to stay up later, because otherwise I do nothing but work, eat, and sleep. And that's not how you create a work-life balance. You have to kind of balance things out with whatever's in your way. And currently, we're doing mandatory overtime for the month of March. We're still trying to fight our way out of it, but there has been a lot of things setting us back, and we're trying, but it's going to take longer to fulfill the requirements and the orders that we have to do. So until we can effectively fill them, we're just going to have to work a lot. Hopefully, when the next company meeting comes up, they will take away the Saturday mandatories and just allow us to work the 50-hour weeks. That way we actually have a weekend to relax and actually have a life outside of work, because otherwise it's kind of weird, stressful, and burnout is real. Absolute burnout is real. I know that I've felt burnout on YouTube. Like creating these matches have also had some sort of burnout. But as soon as I stop doing something for a little bit, I get excited to do something, which is a good segue of what happened this weekend and why you didn't get a video yesterday. As everyone knows, Monster Hunter Wilds was released on Thursday on the 27th of February, and I waited until after work Friday to play it. I was up till about 5 in the morning. So Friday morning, or Friday going into Saturday morning, I played it and I recorded the majority of my gameplay. Now, I have never had so many frame drops in a project before, and I expected there to be some sort of visual bug when a new release comes out. And I expect that, but to completely crash OBS is another thing coming. Like, I had dropped as low as 40 frames because of encoding. Like what they were trying, like the game was so advanced that OBS couldn't keep up whatsoever. I tried updating everything, and that didn't work. I tried lowering down the graphics on the game, that didn't work. And even when I'm recording now, I'm suspiciously looking down at the bottom of the screen of OBS to tell me whether or not that it's not able to encompass all the frames. And just before anyone asks, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be asked, because I would ask this question, if the frames were locked, and they were at 60. It didn't matter what I tried, nothing worked. And it kind of made me mad. So I have footage of multiple recording sessions for this game constantly being dropped from 60 frames to 30, or 60 to 52 to 60 to 10. It was bad. And while in OBS, I looked at the recording settings, and a lot of the settings that I had were deprecated. Whatever that means within the software, I'm assuming that means that it's no longer being supported and isn't getting general updates for open source programs. I don't know if that's the case, but if that is the case, I wish there was an update somewhere that told me that several plugins that were basically on this thing is no longer being serviced. That would have been great. I mean, even Adobe does this too, and it says that it's obsolete and then puts it into an obsolete folder, but you can still have access to that. It doesn't officially remove it. It still does the things that it does. It's just not being promoted because they have a new tool or plugin that they created that does the exact same thing, just easier, better, or faster. But OBS doesn't do that, and I'm not sure why. We'll figure that out one day. But in the meantime, as I'm trying to wrap this thing up, because I know that it's been quite a long time, I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time. I haven't done anything to the team. I was not able to play a whole lot during the weekend. I got 2 fresh start mochis, so hopefully this weekend I make a point to get at least 8. 8 is a really good number because not only does it reset my team, but I can also reset them, or at least 2 Pokemon twice. So if there's a way that I can get them consistently to where I don't have to spend a lot of my time in Ogre ousting, great. I wish that either Game Freak or the Pokemon Company added an NPC that just allowed me to buy these things like they do for the bottle caps. You go to any Chansey or Delibird Express thing and you can buy bottle caps. I have so many, and I used to collect them from raids all the time, but now that I can just literally buy them, I don't really participate in a lot of raids anymore. Mainly because I don't have a lot of time to participate in raids, but I'm also getting fed up about having to walk into a raid and then having the entire roster of Pokemon show up and be like swapped around like a merry-go-round of Pokemon just because some hacker decided to break the game and force me to use someone else's Pokemon while they get to use mine. And it just kind of bugs me. It really does. It's like, oh, they come in with a Pokemon that just doesn't work, and then they steal mine, and now I'm the one that looks like the scrub, even though I didn't walk in with a Pokemon that sucked, but it's neither here or there. I do love Monster Hunter Wilds, though. It feels so satisfying to do what I call Spinal Tap. It's a dual blade thing to where they kind of do this spinning top move where the blade just kind of goes up the spine of the monster all the way through. And sometimes when the monster curls, it stops early. But if they're just laid out where I can actually do it, I'll actually go from one side to the other. And that is so satisfying. Oh boy. It gets me excited because I get to play it this weekend too. And we are currently in rank 6 in the monster ranking. We're not even in the high tier content. We might be in the high tier content, but we're not that far, at least at the time of this recording. So there's all of that. But I didn't get a whole lot of time to play the game. I wanted to spend as much time as I could on Monster Hunter just because of the fact of there won't be a good time for me to touch it again. And I'm going through the footage, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to release any of it because the sudden dips in keyframes, not keyframes, but frames overall, and there's no way for me to stop it. I don't know what to do. So if you guys are a lot smarter in this thing than I am, please let me know in the comments down below because I'm confused and I have no idea why I was doing that. I also can't figure out why Wilds or Monster Hunter Wilds took up 100% of my PC, even when the lowest graphics period. It stopped between 64 and 70%, and yet 100% of my PC was still being taken up by this game. Everything else was turned off, and I was still at 100. It's weird. Because I recently made a purchase and got a bigger RAM stick for my computer. Finally made the upgrade since we've been doing all this overtime. And I went to 64 gigabytes of RAM. And my RAM was sitting at 30 to 40. My GPU, which is my graphics card, I just upgraded that not too long ago. I think it was like November. I went up from a 1080 to a 4060, which is a lot, by the way. But it didn't cost me an arm or leg to get it. I had a really good bonus for work. So I got that just before the Christmas Black Friday stuff. And that was sitting at 3040, but my CPU was just completely I don't know what it was. And I tried to lower down the settings to like just barely anything. It just was not fixing. I even saw it on the screen where it's like, oh, at the highest settings, it takes about 6 gigabytes of VRAM, which is out of the GPU. But that's not what it said over in Task Manager when it took 100% of my CPU. Like, you're supposed to only get it from one place, not this place. I don't get it. I don't understand. So I'm just kind of waiting for things to pop up to let me know what that is. So yeah, that was my weekend. I had a really good weekend. And again, I'm sorry that you guys didn't see a video yesterday, but that was the reason why. And even now, I'm still staring at the bottom of the screen, waiting for something to say the encoder was too fast or change the settings, whatnot, because I have no idea. It's at 10,000 kilobytes a second, which should be pretty decent, but so far I haven't seen it in this video, which is great. But yeah, anyways, I'm taking up way too much of your guys' time. We've done nothing to the team, and I'm still upset that I didn't pass season 27, but now it's season 28. We're going to continue with the team that we had, and we're going to try to hit Master Ball in this season, and moving forward, we're going to be doing so much. Today's video, and not least the battles, are going to be 4. Everything out rest of the week is going to be 5. So you have 4 today, and then 20. That's how it is. 8, 5, 10, 4, 9, 14, 19. So I'll be at 19. Probably just make it 20 just to have an even number. But anyways, you guys will have a video today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And again, we'll have the weekends open so that I can record a bunch and have that ready to go. So without further ado, let's get into our matches and see how we do. Again, we're only going to be doing 4 today, as I've taken up a lot of your time, and I apologize, but I had to get a lot of that out there so you guys understand what's going on and what to expect for the rest of the week. I'll be doing that on Mondays now to let you guys know what's happening for the rest of the week. And then if I need to update anything on a video, I will do that. So otherwise, wish me luck and let's do it. Shall we? Okay, so we have Fire Ogerpon, Whimsicott, Miraidon, Rigraff, Iron Hands, and Urshifu. These dual speed teams are really interesting to play against. Super interesting to play against. The only bad thing is that I have to kind of set myself up in a way that I'm not happy with. Like, if I don't bring in Tornadus and they bring in a Whimsicott, they have an immediate boost in speed, but if they bring in Farigiraf and I do Tailwind, they have an incredibly slow team, and I can't really do anything to stop that, which sucks. But I'll bring in Tornadus and Fluttermane, so we can kind of deal with the 2 there. Let's bring in Qian Pao, and I'm kind of digging Kyogre, kind of. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Kyogre's going to lower down the damage that Ogerpon can do on that side, but I just want to make sure that I have ways to get in and out of whatever type of problem that I have. I have a way to get rid of the terrain, which is great, but they'll probably open up with Miraidon, Whimsicott. Yeah, but okay. Okay. All right, so what I want to do is Fluttermane's going to get the Photosynthesis boost. What I would like to do is Tailwind and Protect, because if they went into Tornadus, I have Sash, so he's going to live a turn. They'll probably still do the thing, though, depending on what happens. They could go for Light Screen. A lot of people have been kind of switching up Whimsicott to do a little bit more of a defensive build, like to survive or help Miraidon survive a little bit more. But I don't know. This Whimsicott could also be a problem the following turn in case if it has like Encore. But I have Terra Dark, so I might save that ability, or that Terra, just to kind of make them waste a turn. Terra goes over to Miraidon. Fairy. So because it's Fairy, I don't have anything to really counter that. So that's interesting. Hit Tailwind. So either I'm faster than Whimsicott or... Okay, they went for something different. Volt Switch goes into the Protect. So Terra, Bleakwind Storm. And I'll just go ahead and Moonblast. No, I'll Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, because if it's Sash, then I can stop him from doing something. Encore can still go into Flutter Mane, which is going to disrupt me just a tad, but probably not enough to where it would make it make a difference. Now, Light Screen is up. It 100% is. Encore goes to the Flutter Mane. Okay. Which I'm okay with, because Bleakwind Storm can now come in. Hits both. See, I didn't want, just because of the fact that I wanted to make sure that I had the upper hand in that. It's like if it was sashed, then Flutter Mane would not have been able to attack. So, I mean, I guess that's wrong. So here's my thought process. If I taunted into Whimsicott and it was sashed, Flutter Mane wasn't going to be able to knock it out. But I also wanted to prevent it if it was Mental Herb, because then I wasted a move. Unfortunately, Urshifu is out on the field now. And that's going to cause me to switch. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And I'm stuck into Protect on Flutter Mane, which doesn't do anything to Urshifu, but at least this way I have a little bit more way of what I want. So Taunt into Whimsicott. Stops it from setting up. No Tailwind for you, Aqua Jet. Okay. That's a priority move, so I had to kind of risk it for the biscuit. Bring out Kyogre. Encore for one more turn. This is probably not good. When Ice Beam the Whimsicott. I mean, it could swap. Probably will. And I'm stuck protecting. And I think I've pretty much lost Flutter here, but let's try it. Maybe that's Scarfed. Maybe. So I can only, you know, swap them out of the Whimsicott. Iron Hands. That's not good. That was heightened. Flutter Mane protects, but it fails. Protects. Not sashed. Or I'm sorry, not scarfed, which means that it's sashed. Okay, that one's gone. Number protects here. And I'm going to hit Urshifu with this, because I've already used my Terra. They can't fake out Flutter Mane. So they have to fake out Kyogre if they're actually going to use that. There it is. Into Kyogre. So we predicted that. And we blast. And Urshifu gets it down to Sash. Oh, just one before Sash. Okay. Now this could be Mystic Water too. So depending. Could be. Okay, Light Screen wore off. Electricity disappeared. Now they still have all four, while I have two. But I do have Kyogre. Kyogre is weak against Iron Hands, so I'm kind of in a rough spot. But I think I'll be fine if I do this. I think I'll be fine. I'm not sure. I think I'll be okay. Now they still have Whimsicott, Aqua Jet, hits Chien-Pao. I mean, that's decent damage. Absolutely decent. Sacred Sword into that slot. Fortune Pulse hits both. That's double KO. Let's go. Crit on the Iron Hand. That's what I like to see. Let's go. Let's go. Now, unfortunately, it's Miraidon and Whimsicott. While Whimsicott is at low health, Miraidon is still perfectly healthy. Oh, he's not. Dope. And maybe I have a slight chance. Just a slight one. Just a small one. Let's go ahead and Origin Pulse and Ice Spinner into Miraidon. If they get off Tailwind, they kind of won here. If especially if I don't knock out Miraidon, but I think he's in range. I think the little bit of damage that I did do is enough for Chien-Pao to knock it out. We'll see. They have to kind of pick and choose what they want to do now. Because if Whimsicott Tailwinds, I'm kind of screwed. But if it does anything else, I might... They didn't do it. Oh, I don't KO a Miraidon. I get really, really close though, but I do take out its field, which opens the door for me. Electro Drift goes over to Kyogre, which does unfortunately get the KO. But I think Moonblast from Whimsy is going to do it, unless it's something else. Nope, it is Moonblast. Okay. That's okay. It was about a 50-50 to go down, or it's like to take down Miraidon 100%. So it was something that could go in my favor as long as I did enough damage, even with it being out of super effective range, right? If it's super effective, it's an automatic KO, but a lot of times it has a possibility of living, especially if I don't have Helping Hand. So that was the damage range there. We have Hisuian Arcanine, Ice Rider Calyrex, Iron Hands, Screamtail, Brute Bonnet, and Rillaboom. Interesting. So Trick Room, Imposter, or Perish Song team, that could have a huge benefit as well. As it is Trick Room, would these two work first? I could straight up open with Kyogre and Urshifu, but if I do this and they have Terra Water as their Terra type, or even Terra Grass, I'm kind of messed up there. I could do these two and not set up Tailwind, but if they have Fake Out, only one of them, interesting. But we will go in with these four. I think that's going to be what I walk in with. We do not have a way to counter Trick Room, so we're going to do our best to kind of stop them. I think going forward, we should have someone to be able to stop it and use it specifically for that. We can also just use a Pokemon that is also just as bulky as Iron Hand, or not so. I mean, Iron Hands is pretty bulky, but oh look, Screamtail Iron Hands. Let's go. Let's see. Taunt you, protect you. Protect Kyogre. Let's see if Fake Out goes into that slot. It does. Guessed it. Now Taunt is going to go into Screamtail, because it's not a dark type. Do you have the mental herb? You do. So this is definitely the Trick Room user. Yep, there it is. You try to trick me? No. You don't trick me, I trick me. Now I'm screwed. realistically screwed. Now what do I do? That's the interesting part. This is why you have a counter to Trick Room, because then they can't activate that stuff. We can do this way to kind of deal with that. Maybe doing that. I think that's like my best option, realistically. I don't want to Terra Fire the Ogerpon. I definitely don't want to Terra Ghost Qian Pao. So I think just using this is like the best one. This is gonna go to Iron Hands. Scream Tail. Dark. That's to stop taunt again. But I'm not taunting. But I don't know if... I'm sure this is going to be like a dumb question. I don't know the interactions between Kyogre and Iron Hands. I think any Iron Hands move is actually going to KO. Oh! Low kick? I mean, that much for low kick? That's insane. That was pre-Howl, too. Origin Pulse. Misses someone. Please let it be. It's not. That sucks. Storm. Alright. Down goes Green Tail. Low kick. That's not... Wait, what? Left? I thought that was like handed, but it's not. It's leftovers. That's... Oh, well, here we go. Oh, here we go again. On my own. Walking down the only road I have ever known. This isn't good, and I don't like just walking alone. Blink One Storm, and let's check the board. Trick Room 3 more turns. Rain 3. I'm gonna protect here. I need to tick down the Trick Room turns if I can. I need to delay them. Rain Punch. Well, that stinks. That doesn't make any... Okay. Make it make sense. Drain Punch goes into a not super effective move. Does more than half. And gains a ton. And yet... the opposite is also true. Leftovers. How is that Iron Hands doing so much damage? Adamant with 252 doesn't give it that much of a boost. Is it? Bring in Ogerpon. 2 turns of Trick Room. Right. Yep, 2 turns of Trick Room. So I want a Spiky Shield and Protect. Nope, Kyogre does not get the double. That sucks. Drain Punch goes to... Woohoo! Ogerpon, which does a little bit of damage to Iron Hands. Glacial Lance, which does nothing to Ogerpon, but it is unfortunately going to knock out Kyogre. Even though it's not super effective, it still gets the KO. I don't know what set this Iron Hands is. It's not like it has... Like, I know that the item is. I absolutely know what the item is, and the only thing that they've done is turn on Trick Room and gave it a +1 with Howl. But even pre +1, it was still doing like a ton of damage. Still doing a metric ton. See, like, got 1 turn of each. It's only got the +1. I'm gonna hit there. And I'm gonna Sacred Sword you. As you're probably gonna protect, but you probably won't. Nope. Does not get... How? I drop your defenses a quarter. And I have Life Orb. And that still doesn't KO you? Bro. What? Still not bad. Not bad at all. Facial Lance. This is neutral against Ogerpon. But that thing's +2, so it's gonna go down. Bop. Ba-da-bop bop. It sucks, but that's how the game goes. It's really, really hard to counter both Calyrexes. Maybe Kyogre's not the legend that I need. Maybe we should switch to a new one. Maybe tomorrow we'll switch to a new one. I have plenty of other Pokemon I can grab. Just depends on which one is gonna make most sense. Okay, so we have Incineroar, Amoonguss, Volcarona, Shadow Rider Calyrex, Urshifu, and Raging Bolt. Okay. So it does have quite a bit of weakness to my team, but at the same time, it can really, really sway things. Absolutely sway things. Let's bring in Tornadus and Urshifu, Ogerpon, and Chien-Pao. We're not going to rely on Kyogre this time. Don't get me wrong, Kyogre is good, but it's not going to do anything to any other Pokemon if I have to worry about, mainly Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt against Kyogre is not like a good combo, but they can have Raging Bolt set up for pretty much anyone that can use Terra Water, and I have technically 2 Pokemon that do that. So in this particular matchup, it's definitely going to be something else. Why would you take a picture of that? That's so mean. Their picture was Ogerpon getting bullied by the special 3. Like, bro, what? Intimidate goes off, hits Tornadus, and Urshifu dropping it 1 stage. Now, I do have to worry about something right away. So what I want to do is I would probably think I was going to use Kyogre. Definitely not. What I want to do is let's go ahead and use Protect here. Nope. Let's Tailwind. Swap to Ogerpon to put immediate pressure on this Urshifu and get the -1 off my Urshifu, because Fake Out's going to be a thing and it's going to do a lot of different things. My other hope is that the Fake Out didn't go into Tornadus, because otherwise it pops my Sash. Nope, went into Ogerpon. I'm okay with that. Now I outspeed. Certain Strikes. Goes into Tornadus. Now, unfortunately, because this is a 3-hit move, it will take out the Sash, which is okay. Tornadus did its job, which is why I'm like, maybe I should just go Covert Cloak over Sash, because if it's like a 3-hit move like this Mon here, then it's not going to really do a whole lot. But if it's anyone else, I have a better chance of getting KOs. So that's where that comes from. Surgeon Strikes into Inferno. Incineroar, not Inferno. It's not Infernape. It's not Infernape. But we're gonna hit Incineroar with the Sacred, with Surgeon Strikes, which is gonna be a 3-hit move. Now they could swap out to maybe someone else, but it's not a good idea to. And then we're gonna Ogerpon it onto Urshifu, which probably has Sash, requiring us to hit it 3 times. But I'm not going to Terra because I need to have that Pokemon be able to resist. So I'm going to throw this on Urshifu, who's not going to take as much damage. And we'll be able to stop Pokemon in the future. We'll put that there. Certain Strikes into Incineroar. This is going to get the KO. There's the 1, 2. No barrier. Assault Vest? Maybe? Hit 2 times. Incineroar is down. Horn Leech. Nope, there goes Urshifu. One shot. And Ogerpon heals up to full. Now, this is what I wanted to have Ogerpon in the party, because now if they bring out Annihilate, not Annihilate, wow. Amoonguss, I'll have an easier time dealing with... Oh, no, they just bring out the Lightning Boy. Okay. So it is Shadow Rider Calyrex and Raging Bolt versus Ogerpon and Urshifu. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Stopping Thunderclap. And I should be able to get the KO on Calyrex. There's the 1. There's the 2. And the 3. Okay. Hit 3 times, it gets knocked out. Thunderbolt. Into the Ogerpon. Not very effective. Swap to Chien Pao. And... You know what? I'll Spiky Shield. I think that you're going to try to take down Nope, okay. I was like, oh, maybe you can go after Urshifu. Maybe get the KO there, because while Ogerpon is going to be taking some damage, it's going to take multiple turns, but they resist 90% of my moves at that time. So I'd have to swap Urshifu regardless, allowing them to take down Ogerpon a little bit. But as soon as I swapped out Urshifu to do like close combat, while it opens me up to get KO'd right away, but having redirection stopped that nonsense 100%. So it was going to be an uphill battle. They could have done it depending on how they decided to do the rest of their turns, but it was something that probably was not going to win from. Okay, we've got Fire Ogre. Well, almost the exact same team we fought round 1. Fire Ogerpon, Whimsicott, Rhydon, Farigiraf, Iron Hands, and Urshifu. This time we will open up. This time we're gonna open up with Tornadus, Chien Pao, bring in Ogerpon, and Fluttermane. That's what we'll do. That's how we'll deal with this team. Not bringing Kyogre. I mean, bringing in Kyogre would be like the greatest thing, but I think mine's built offensively, so I don't think I'm going to be able to survive a ton of different hits. I know that getting the fresh start mochis is definitely going to be helpful when creating like cohesive builds for teams and stuff, so that's why I want to do it. Whimsicott Miraidon versus Tornadus and Chien Pao. So we'll go ahead and Tailwind, and I'm going to go ahead and Ice Spinner into Miraidon. I'm already just accepting the fact that Chien Pao is going to go down here. Tailwind, I either beat Whimsicott or we tied. I don't know why we would tie. Ice Spinner into Miraidon. That's super effective. That's a one-hit KO. You didn't sash it. If you're gonna do that, if you're not gonna use your Terra, you should sash it. Absolutely, because that could have been prevented 100%. 100%. Now we do have even teams. Ooh. Speed tier's aside, which is going to be the best one? Let's go ahead and taunt the Whimsicott. Terra Ghost. And Ice Spinner into Iron Hands. Now this will leave me open for Encore, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. Because their heavy hitter is gone, and that's because they went with a different kind of build from Miraidon. Either that or they just forgot to Terra. I know that I've thrown that way, so they could have just fat fingered. So I'm just gonna say they just fat fingered. Oh, okay. That is exactly what happened. They fat fingered and they just left. Like, bro, what the fudge? Why? Why did Miraidon go down on one hit from a Chien Pao? That's not true. Impossible. Why was that a thing? That should never be a thing. And I'm hoping that we go into grade 9. Hoping. Unfortunately, Pokefans and ladies and gents alike, that's going to be the end of today's video. And we do not hit rank 9 and Great Ball tier. But you know what? I'm okay with that. When you are in Ultra Ball, they actually sent me back down to the Great Ball tier where we're kind of sitting now. I was really close in hitting Master Ball tier, but in my mindset of like trying to record and get all my matches done, I had told myself that I had missed the deadline. And I didn't even think about it. Even though I said I was going to try to think about it, that my tired brain was the cause of why I was making that decision. And like looking back on it, it 100% was. I could have easily recorded something for Saturday, pushing through season 27, but in my head, I had missed the deadline. So I didn't even worry about it. I didn't post the video, which is kind of dumb of me, but at the same time, I thought I had missed my shot. And because of that, it would have sucked. But I don't think I could have done any better. However, in this particular video though, we did encounter the same team twice from 2 different trainers. So that was cool. We came up against Ice Rider Calyrex. So that was also kind of cool. And then we came up against Shadow Rider Calyrex, which is also kind of cool. We're back in the time frame of having to deal with the ponies again, which I get it. They're really, really strong. And I understand that Miraidon is also incredibly strong. I'm hoping players, myself included, realize that there's other legendaries that can be built to do exactly what these 3 technically are doing. My Kyogre is also formidable and can win if I did things correctly. It can. The Terra types need to change. I need to look at the stats again and just kind of make decisions based on what I find. I know the Terra type that I wanted to do for Kyogre was Terra Bug, but I didn't put in Iron Hands. And that's just because the fact that I haven't looked up the app and going, oh, people are using this, people are using that, people are using this, and people are using that. So obviously the meta could change in the next few days. I don't know. But what I do know is we went 2-2 today. So out of 4 matches, we're 1 fight away, I believe, to hitting rank 9. And then hopefully we can hit Ultra Ball by the end of the week. That's what I'm hoping. Fingers crossed. And yeah, that's all that I really have. Tomorrow, we're going to be having 5 matches. So you guys will have lots of battles to go through. And I had a lot of fun recording part 1. I'm going to keep it up there as question mark part 1. That was like 10 matches. And I'm hoping you guys enjoyed all of it. Getting that video edited at a certain amount of time was really, really fun, interesting. I would not recommend doing that again. I was up so long just trying to get, I wanted to have a title like this video ends when I hit Master Ball. And then I just kept teetering back and forth. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I have to go to bed in like 20 minutes. So I was like, no, I can't. But anyways, that's it. That's all that I've got. Let's route the outro. And I'll see you guys next time. For now though, since it is the end of the video, I want to thank you all for watching. If you guys made it up to this point, shout outs to you. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's the best way to support me as a creator and what I do. Watch the videos all the way through. And if you guys want to help support it even further, please consider leaving a like, comment down below, and hitting the subscribe button. All of those are completely free, and that's the best way that I want to run this channel. So if you guys want to do that, awesome. If you guys don't want to, then you don't have to, but it does support everything that I'm trying to do. And if you do all of those things, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I cannot wait to see you in the next upload. I'm out. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Stay warm or cool, depending on where you're at. Stay hydrated, but most importantly, stay safe. I'll see you next time.